Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of the 5th of February 2024. Essence. Sweet children, this study is the best. It is this that is called your source of income. If you want to pass this study of yours, continue to follow the teacher's directions. Question. While knowing the secrets of the drama, which effort does the Father inspire his children to make? Answer. Baba knows that all the children will become Sato Pradhan, number-wise, but he still inspires them to make effort. He says, children, make such effort that you don't have to experience punishment. In order to be liberated from punishment, remember the Father with love as much as possible. While walking, sitting and moving around, stay in remembrance and there will be a lot of happiness and the soul will become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. Om Shanti. You children know that Baba is teaching you knowledge and yoga. You children know what your yoga is like. We who were pure have now become impure because there has to be the account of 84 births. This is the cycle of 84 births. Only those who take 84 births would know this. You children have now come to know this from the Father. If you don't believe such a Father now, then whom would you believe? You receive directions from the Father. There are many who don't believe him at all. Only a handful out of multi-millions will believe him. The Father also gives such clear teachings. Only you children take these, number-wise, according to the efforts you make. Not everyone would take them equally. Not everyone would take and study the teachings of teachers to the same extent. It is number-wise. Some claim 20 marks and others receive more or fewer marks. Some even fail. Why do they fail? Because they do not follow the directions of their teacher. There you receive many directions. Here you only receive one direction. This is a wonderful direction. You children know that you have truly taken 84 births. The Father says, "The one I enter." Who said this? Shiv Baba. The one I enter, who is called the lucky chariot, didn't know his own births. You children didn't know either. I now explain to you. You are Sato Pradhan for so many births, and you then go through the stages of Sato, Rajo and Tamo, and continue to come down. You have now come here to study. This study is an income, your source of income. This study is the best. In worldly studies, they would say, the ICS is the best. You, who are 16 celestial degrees full deities, now have no virtues. It is sung, I am without virtue, I have no virtue. They all continue to say this. They believe that God is everywhere, that God is in the deities too. This is why they sit in front of the deities and say, "I am without virtue. Only you have mercy." It is remembered that Baba is the blissful and merciful one, and that he has mercy for us. People say, "O God, have mercy." They call out to the Father, and that Father has now come in front of us. Those who know such a Father should have so much happiness. He is the unlimited Father who gives us the kingdom of the whole world every 5,000 years. Therefore, there should be so much happiness experienced. You know that by following Srimat, you are becoming the most elevated of all. If you follow Srimat, you become elevated. For half a cycle, there are the dictates of Ravan. Baba continues to explain so clearly. You have taken 84 births. You were Sato Pradhan, and you now have to become Sato Pradhan once again. This is the kingdom of Ravan. Only when you conquer this Ravan can the kingdom of Rama be established. The Father says, "You defame me." Instead of praising the Father's name, you defame him. The Father says, "You have defamed me so much." This too is predestined in the drama. You are now given the direction. Now come away from all of those things. Only remember the one. It is remembered that the company of the truth takes you across for 21 births. So, who drowns you? Who drowned you in the ocean? Baba would ask this question of his children, would he not? You know that the Master of the Garden and the Boatman are only my names. Because of not understanding the meaning of them, they have defamed the Father. Then the unlimited Father gives them unlimited happiness. He uplifts those who defame him. They don't understand that they are defaming him. They happily say that God is omnipresent. However, it cannot be like that. Each one of you has received your own part. You also know that when it was the kingdom of the deities, there were no other kingdoms. Bharat was Sato Pradhan, whereas it is now Tamo Pradhan. The Father comes to make the world Sato Pradhan. Only you children know this. If the whole world were to know this, how could they come here to study? So you children should have a lot of happiness. There is no nourishment like happiness. You remain very happy in the golden age. The food and drink of the deities is very subtle. There is a lot of happiness. You now receive happiness. You know that you were Sato Pradhan. Baba is now telling you first-class methods. In the Gita too, the first word is man, man above. This is the Gita episode. By inserting Sri Krishna's name in the Gita, they have confused everything. That is the path of devotion. The Father explains this knowledge to you. There are no complications in this. You simply have to become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. This world is Tamo Pradhan. Look at the state of people in the Iron Age. There are so many people. In the Golden Age there was one religion, one language, and one sun. There was just the one kingdom. This drama is predestined. One is the knowledge of the world cycle, and the other is yoga. There is the Durya of knowledge, day of spraying coloured water on everyone, day after Holi, and Holi, when they burn wood and worship the fire. The Father explains the main things to you. At this time, it is everyone's Tamo Pradhan state of total decay, and destruction is just ahead. The Father now says, "You called out to me, O purifier, come. You have become impure. I alone am called the purifier. Now have yoga with me. Constantly remember me alone. I will tell you everything right, for you have been becoming unrighteous for birth after birth. You have become Tamo Pradhan from Sato Pradhan. The Father speaks to you, children. Sweet children, you souls have now become Tamo Pradhan. Who made you this? The 5 vices. People ask so many questions that they spoil your head. When they debate the meaning of the scriptures, they end up fighting amongst themselves. They even take a stick to one another. Here the Father makes you pure from impure. What would the scriptures do in this? You have to become pure. After the Iron Age, the Golden Age definitely has to come. You definitely also have to become Sato Pradhan. The Father says, consider yourselves to be souls. You souls have become Tamo Pradhan, and so you receive Tamo Pradhan bodies. However many carats the gold has, the jewellery would be according to that. There is alloy mixed into it. You now have to become 24-carat gold. May you be soul conscious. By becoming body conscious, you have become dirty. You have no happiness. There is illness and disease, etc. I alone am the purifier. You called out to me. I am not a sage or saint, etc. When someone comes here, he says that he wants to have a glimpse of the Guruji. Tell him, there is no Guruji here, and anyway, there is no benefit in just having a glimpse. Everything the Father explains is easy. The more you remember me, the more you will become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan, and you will then become deities. You have come here to become Sato Pradhan deities once again. The Father says, by remembering me, the rust on you will be removed, and you will become Sato Pradhan. You will become this by making effort. Remember the Father while walking and moving around. Can you not remember the Father while bathing? Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father, and the rust will be removed, and your mercury of happiness will rise. I give you so much wealth. You have come here to become the masters of the world. There you will build golden palaces. There will be so many diamonds and jewels. The temples they have built on the path of devotion are studded with so many diamonds and jewels. Many kings build temples. Where do so many diamonds and so much gold come from? It isn't here now. You know how the cycle of this drama continues to turn. This will only sit in the intellects of those who have performed the most devotion. They will understand it number-wise. It will be known who does a lot of service, who remains very happy and stays in yoga. You will have that stage at the end. Yoga is essential. You have to become Sato Pradhan. The Father has come, and so you have to claim your inheritance from him. This one says, Baba is with me. I am listening to him. When he is speaking to you, I also listen. He would speak to someone, would he not? You mothers receive the urn of the nectar of this knowledge. When you mothers then do service, you share it with everyone. All of you are Sitas. Rama is only the one. All of you are brides, and I alone am the bridegroom. I decorate you and send you to your in-laws' home. It is sung, He is the father of all fathers, the husband of all husbands. On one side they praise him, and on the other side they defame him. The praise of Shiv Baba is separate from the praise of Sri Krishna. Each one's position is different. Here they have mixed everyone together and made them one. This is the city of darkness. You now belong to Baba. You are Shiv Baba's grandsons and granddaughters. All of you have a right. This Baba doesn't have any property. You receive property that is limited and unlimited. There isn't a third person from whom you receive an inheritance. This one says, I also claim my inheritance from that one. Everyone remembers the Parlokhic Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. You don't remember him in the Golden Age. In the Golden Age there is just the one Father, whereas in the kingdom of Ravan there are two fathers. At the Confluence Age there are three fathers, the Lokhic, the Parlokhic, and the third is the wonderful Alokhic Father. The Father gives you your inheritance through this one. He too receives the inheritance from that one. Brahma is also called Adam. He is called the great-great-grandfather. Shiva would only be called the father. The genealogical tree of human beings begins with Brahma. This is why he is called the great-great-grandfather. Knowledge is very easy. You have taken 84 births. There are also pictures that explain this. There is no need to ask all sorts of wrong questions. When the rishis and munis were asked, they used to say, Neti Neti. neither this nor that. Now the Father has come and given his own introduction. So you should remember such a Father with so much love. Now you children are gradually climbing high according to the drama. Every cycle you become Sato Pradhan, Sato, Rajo and Tamo, number-wise. You then receive a status there accordingly. This is why the Father says, "Children, make such good effort that you don't have to experience punishment." He still definitely inspires you to make effort. Although he understands that only those who became something in the previous cycle will become that, he definitely inspires you to make effort. Those who are close are the ones who perform worship very well. First of all you worship me, and then you worship the deities. You now have to become deities. You are establishing your kingdom with the power of yoga. You claim the sovereignty of the world with the power of yoga. No one can claim the kingdom of the world with physical power. Those people make brothers fight each other. They manufacture so many armaments. They continue to sell them to others on credit. Those armaments are for destruction anyway. However, this doesn't enter anyone's intellect, because they believe that each cycle is hundreds of thousands of years. They are in extreme darkness. Destruction will be taking place, and they will still be sleeping in the sleep of Kumbhakarna. They will not awaken. You have now awakened. The Father is the ignited light and is knowledgeful. He makes you children the same as he is. That is devotion, and this is knowledge. You become happy through knowledge. You should feel that you are once again becoming Sato Pradhan. You have to remember the Father. This is called unlimited renunciation. This old world is to be destroyed. Natural calamities will also help. At that time you will not even have enough food to eat. We will survive on just the nourishment of happiness. You know that all of this is to be destroyed. There is no question of becoming confused about this. I have come to make you children Sato Pradhan once again. This is my duty every cycle. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence Vedana. 1. Maintain the intoxication that God Himself has mercy for you and that He is teaching you. This study is your source of income, and you must therefore not miss it. 2. You have to experience a lot of happiness and also give others this experience. While walking and moving along, be soul conscious. Stay in remembrance of the Father and definitely make the soul Sato Pradhan. Blessing. May you be a Master Almighty Authority and experience every power in a practical way according to the time. To be a master means that whatever power you invoke according to the time, you experience that power in a practical form that very moment. As soon as you order it, it should become present. Let it not be that you order the power of tolerance and the power to face comes in front of you instead. That is not being a master. So have a trial as to whether the power you need at a particular time comes to you to be used at that time. If there is a difference of even a second, then instead of being victorious, you would be defeated. Slogan: to the extent that your intellect has godly intoxication, let there be just as much humility in your actions. Om Shanti.